derby like no other. A sporting contest that has a third of the world's population on bated breaths. While emotions are at an all-time high in the middle, it's time for India versus Pakistan. And Cricbuzz Live is there with you with an ensemble cast through this big day.
Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz Live. I'm Gaurav Kapur. Today, of course, we're talking about a game that requires no selling at all. It's got such a rich history. It's a rivalry that, one-third of the world looks forward to. It's India versus Pakistan. You don't need to talk this game up anymore, really. You don't have to build any excitement around it. You don't have to build any hype around it. So that's all we have time for. We'll see you later. We have... I'm kidding. Harsha, Bhogle and Simon Doull here with me. Of course, the news up front is that India has beaten Pakistan 4-0 in the India under-16 football game that just got over. 4-0.
Women.
Yeah, women.
Girls.
Yeah. The girls' football game that just got done.
So now no pressure.
There's no pressure at all. In fact, listen, I'm not feeling any pressure at all because it's like a nice, cool 21 degrees here. Simon, not so much for the boys out there. Indian boys especially going to be fielding in this 42-degree heat after having come off a 100-over game yesterday.
Yeah, they will. They'll be tired. I saw Harsha's little message last night, and we talked about the fact that they went 100 overs. They'll be tired today. Yes. I think the bowlers will be a little bit down on petrol, you would imagine, and as petrol prices go up, the bowlers' level of petrol goes down a little bit, and that's
but in Dubai it's freely available.
That's true, exactly.
And now we don't have to worry about petrol prices anyway.
Yeah.
Because getting to the 90s, they'll slow down.
They'll slow down before getting to 100. But in Dubai, if you go somewhere behind cover point and you just dig in deep, you can get a little fuel out.
A little bit of fuel.
That's right. You just get it out. It's no problem. But I know this is a very important point for you because India and Pakistan games, we keep talking about them. And somehow when you talk about them, this thing of the word, this enmity word pops up a lot. And that's not a word. You don't like it. I don't like it. Rivalry is a good word. A rich rivalry.
It's a cricket match.
Yeah.
It's a cricket match. Because of the pressures involved and whatever, it sometimes becomes more than a cricket match in the eyes of the fans. And I can understand the passions run high. But in the end, it's a cricket match.
Yeah.
And I hate references to war. And any one of you watching this, anchors, fans, don't ever make a reference to war. Wars are sad things.
Yeah.
This is a cricket match. Everyone wakes up in their hotel room next morning, has breakfast together, goes back and plays their respective opposition. It's a cricket match eventually, but it's a very good cricket match.
I was asked yesterday, words I hate to use on commentary. Now one just popped to mind, disaster.
Yeah.
Nothing that happens in a cricket match is a disaster.
Yeah.
Nothing. A run out, it's not a disaster. A disaster is something that occurs very rarely and that maybe takes lives.
Yeah.
Or that affects people's lives.
Another one is blitzkrieg.
Yeah. Don't use that.
Yeah, don't use that at all. When they talk about batters just going crazy, they just say, oh, that was a blitzkrieg. No, you don't do that. But anyway.
It's a good match.
Yeah, it's a good match. It's a match that we're all looking forward to. Let's give you the team lineups. With Pakistan winning the toss and asking to bat first, and there was no surprise really. And they're going in with the same 11, and that's no surprise as well. So let's pull out their 11 and let's have a look at that. It's the same 11. Simon, you spoke about this last night. You and Joy both said there'll be no changes, and unsurprisingly no changes.
Yeah, well, a win, a very comfortable win in their first game over Hong Kong. The bowlers did the business, bowled Hong Kong out in a short amount of time. They've had a good rest to Pakistan, as opposed to the Indian side, who haven't had a long rest at all. So these bowlers will be raring to go today. Batting first, I think, was the key for Pakistan. Harsha, when I look at this sort of game, they love to defend anything. Give their bowlers 240, 250, they will be over the moon, I would think, against India trying to defend 240, 250.
And give their batsmen, it's not true anymore, but it used to be true till about 12 months ago. Give their batsmen anything to chase, and they'll make it look like it's 3 times the target.
Yes, exactly.
So this is one of the best Pakistan limited overs lineups I've seen. I mean, I used to say for a long time, this is the best time to play Pakistan in limited overs cricket because they're not playing like the great Pakistan teams of old. Over the last 12 months, players have grown in the Pakistan side. Fakhar Zaman has grown, Babar Azam has grown, Fahim Ashraf has grown, Shadab Khan has grown, Hassan Ali has grown. So this is a far better Pakistan side than it was 18 months ago. And that's why when you hear all the experts say Pakistan start favourites, it's not like they're trying to jinx anybody or just trying to make excuses early. This is a really good side. And as we saw in the game against Hong Kong. They field better than any other Pakistan side I've seen for a long time.
Yeah, let's have a look at the Fakhar Zaman impact that he has had. And of course, Harsha's talking about him at the top of the order. And those are some impressive numbers, aren't they?
Very, very. I mean, you look at June 2017 to now, that is the 100 in the Champions Trophy.
Yes.
They're at 600 and 350s. I must warn you that that their most recent cricket has been against Zimbabwe, whom they decimated. I would have loved to say blitzkrieged, but I can't.
No, you can't. Not anymore.
But a lot of their big scores have come there. So they really haven't had a tough cricket match for many months now.
Yeah.
So that might go against them. But Fakhar Zaman came out of the PSL. The PSL is throwing up good talent for Pakistan. And you looked at Fakhar Zaman first time and said, yeah, he'll throw his wicket away soon.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
But he's not. The opening partnerships, you can see. And those
brilliant.
opening partnerships, especially in one-day cricket, I mean, those are going to be gold, right? Let's have a look at the Indian team as well. We predicted last night, and again, unsurprisingly, the two changes that we had predicted here was that Jasprit Bumrah would come in, Hardik Pandya would come in, and Shardul Thakur, unsurprisingly, is out. But for the debutant, you got to feel a little for him.
Bowled well, didn't he? Picked up 4 wickets. He was very good last night, I thought, Khalil. But they've gone with the experience.
Three he did, right?
3 was it?
Three to 48,
sorry,
yes.
3 wickets.
Yeah.
They've gone with the experience, and I understand why. In a big contest, they keep telling us sold-out crowd. Well, the whole of the top tier was empty 5 minutes ago, so I don't know where the sell-out crowd's
They're coming
Maybe
in.
they're stuck
They're Indians and Pakistanis. They're not going to make it on time.
Maybe they're stuck in traffic like we were all
The
afternoon
fashionably
as well.
late side.
Fashionably late to the party.
We should know.
Yeah.
So they've stuck with the experience of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Although he didn't have a great outing yesterday, he will be better for that run, and I think he'll come out today slightly better off after having bowled his quota of overs yesterday. So
I thought they might play KL Rahul.
yeah,
I know he's not at the same white ball numbers, but in England in the first game he scored a T20 100.
Yeah.
He ended with a Test match 100, didn't score much in between, but in that Test match 100 he looked seriously crisp. He's an outstanding white ball player. So I thought they'd play KL Rahul at 3 actually. I thought Dinesh Karthik might miss out. I'm a big fan of Dinesh Karthik, but I thought he might miss out. And they might move Ambati Raidu to 4 and play Kedar Jadhav at 6, but I'm a bit surprised KL Rahul is not playing.
Yeah, I think I mentioned yesterday as well, and I believe they're looking at KL Rahul as their spare opener. If they go to England, Kohli's going to bat 3. Who's going to bat 4? Well, we'll juggle some balls. We'll figure that out at some stage.
You've juggled about a dozen in the last year and a half.
Exactly. We've been juggling them forever anyway.
Some of those got dropped.
So I think when they take KL Rahul to England, or when they take him on these one-day tours, he is the spare opener. If Rohit Sharma falls out of favour, falls out of form, if Shikhar Dhawan falls out of form, KL just slots straight in and opens the batting. I don't think he's a middle order player.
Yes.
So if they put him at 3 now, I don't know whether that serves any great purpose apart from the fact that he's in good form. They want to try and find out whether Ambati Raidu, Dinesh Karthik are up to it. They haven't played Manish Pandey. They want to find out whether those guys are up to it. Now, they know KL is up to it. They know how good he is.
Okay.
Maybe he's just the spare opener.
Are you surprised, Harsha, that Manish Pandey didn't get a game? I mean, look, he's been in the last couple of months on the 8 tour.
My gut feel
they couldn't
is-
get him out.
No, I think we're picking Manish Pandey in the wrong format.
Yeah.
I think Manish Pandey's favourite format, his best format is ODI cricket. Because he's not the kind who goes and slams straight away. If you look at his strike rate, first 10-15 balls in T20 cricket is always very low.
Yeah.
But at number 4 in ODI cricket, he has, I mean, in recent times he's been in tremendous form. In the quadrangular, I know it was in home conditions, but these are not too different from home conditions. He was in tremendous form. So I actually thought he might get the nod ahead of Dinesh Karthik.
Yeah.
So while I'm happy to see Dinesh Karthik get an opportunity given his form, I actually thought that they might play Rahul 3 originally and play and give Manish Pandey a go.
And a last word, because we discussed this at length yesterday and you weren't here with us yesterday. Dhoni at 4?
I like Dhoni at 4 because when he comes in at 5 or 6, then he has to start going straight away. This is not the Dhoni of 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think you have to respect the fact that he's not the Dhoni of 5 years ago, rather than lament the fact that he's not the Dhoni of 5 years ago.
And use the skill that he has, which is...
What is his skill? 1, strike rate 60, 70, keep going 80, 90, so he needs the time. Whenever he's had the time, in recent times, in the last 2 years, whenever Dhoni has been not out at the end in a chase, he has had a lot of time to bat. Whether it was in Sri Lanka, whether it was some other game, he had a very, very disappointing chase against England.
Yes.
And I hope everybody's forgotten that. We need to. But he's best when he's got time. My only concern is if in England to get nicked off, does Dhoni want to go in when the ball's moving around? That's the only thing.
Valid point. Well, that's a valid point as well. Would he at 15 for 2 in the 5th over? Well, anyway, it's not happening. It didn't happen yesterday. It's not going to happen today. But we've got Danish, our dear friend Danish, who's been roaming around in Dubai. And he's always up to something or the other, isn't it? But today, it's a battle of wits. His knowledge is being tested. Over to you, Danish.
It's time for India versus Pakistan in the United Arab Emirates. And we have got 2 champions with us. Danish Seth from India and Zainab Abbas from Pakistan. In a battle where they'll test each other's knowledge on Indo-Pak cricket. Let's see who comes out on top.
Why do I have a green drink? May I have a blue drink, please?
I'm not sure at all. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm actually a little nervous. I've heard a lot about Danish, so I hope gives me some kind of a leverage, you know.
No, I'm not really nervous. I'm a fairly confident bloke. But yeah, I am a little worried. Is Zainab's going to throw like very serious cricket questions at me? Because Cricbuzz has 2 words, crick and buzz. I'm the guy who knows buzz. Cricket, we've hired people to do that. Yeah.
Who has taken the most wickets in India-Pakistan ODIs over the years?
Bowler?
Of course, it's a bowler. Like, which bowler?
See, you asked the question, I said bowler.
You need to take a name.
I think Zainab is a show-off. She could have asked simpler questions. Just because you know cricket, you don't have to ask. Like, I know about trapeze artists, I know about synchronized swimmers. But I didn't ask those questions. Next question, slightly controversial. Be picky about your answer. What is the biggest scam that a Pakistani cricketer has pulled off?
I think the lesser said, the better in this situation. Do you have an answer for this?
I do.
Help me out.
What do you call a prince in Urdu?
Shahzada.
Yeah.
Shahzad? Something.
Yeah.
Ahmed Shahzad? Ahmed Shahzad with Dilshan? No. But Ahmed Oh, when he was unconscious and taken off the field. There have been quite a few with Ahmed Shahzad, by the way. I can't remember.
No, take that back. You're not saying that. No, we were looking for the answer. Ahmed Shahzad trying to be Virat Kohli or look like him.
Oh yeah,
That's quite a scam.
Yeah, they call him China ka Virat Kohli.
See, it was a lot of fun. I think Zainab is a very beautiful girl who's very intelligent and knows her cricket really well. Personally, for me, it was a great experience because very rare to have an Indian and a Pakistani actually sit down and have a cool chat. I think that's how most people are.
And India-Pakistan is all about having fun, so that's what we're all looking forward to. India vs Pakistan on the 19th.
At the end of the day, the result of the game is going to be decided on the ground, and I know the result India is going to win.
That's what Danish and Simon have in common, this fascination with trapeze artists. I believe, Simon, you did a bit of trapezing when you were in your youth as well, right?
Simon did. A lot, yeah.
Yeah?
A lot.
With the safety net below?
No.
No, he's a daredevil. Look at him.
In the circus?
Yeah.
In fact, that's where we first met. Simon and me. In the circus.
6 kids in our family. We had to do something. So
You all need a skill.
Yes.
Of course you do.
I thought I knew him.
He's Simon with his bag of surprises. There's so many surprises.
I
There's
love that line though. China ka.
China ka Kohli for Ahmed Shahzad.
Nakli.
We didn't say it.
No,
right?
we didn't say that. Zainab said it.
Zainab said it.
She's, ठीक है.
Take it up with her. Take it up with her. All right, so Zainab actually had a question, not about trapezing, not about synchronized swimming, but she does have a question for Simon. It's a cricket question. Over to you, Zainab. It's for Harsha first? Okay, for Harsha first.
I know Zainab and trapeze both have a Z in it.
Okay, my first question is to Harsha. I know that you've been covering Pakistan-India cricket for the longest time, but which has been the best India-Pakistan game that you've seen?
So many. But you know, the two that I remember the most, neither of those actually happened in the middle over 22 yards. My best India-Pakistan cricket moment was the crowd in Chennai giving Pakistan a standing ovation when they beat India in Chennai. And the second was India going to Pakistan in 2004. They started off with segregated stands. By the time the series ended, there was no anybody sit anywhere. And those are my two favorite India-Pakistan moments. And it told me all this talk about Hum India, Tum Pakistan is all such a lot of nonsense among cricket lovers and people. But they mingle and they played all right. And we went through a phase when there was no stress about India-Pakistan games. It was just a cricket match as it should be.
As it should be, as it is today. There's a question for Simon as well. Zainab, over to you.
So Pakistan has a rich history of having great left-arm fast bowlers. Even now, they've got so many in the team. And you know, you've been discussing that on your show as well. I want to ask Simon who he thinks is the best left-arm pacer, you know, that he's ever seen.
Oh, come on. It's not even a question. It's so obvious. Salim Jafar.
Alan Davidson.
Yes.
Lateral inversion of Simon Doull bowling.
Chaminda Vas. Who am I forgetting? Irfan Pathan, Zahir Khan.
Ashish Nehra.
Maybe
Mitchell Johnson, Mitchell Stark, Mitchell. There's about 6 Mitchells from.
But there is a guy with 916
Well done.
international.
917.
16 international wickets.
He got you out once as well.
He got me out more than once. I tell you what, he nearly knocked me out once. The only guy to ever hit me in the head. Wasim Akram. Only guy to ever hit me in the head. Because I think it was about the only time I ever got in line with the ball.
Yeah.
The rest of the time I was out the leg side trying to get rid of it. But
that's not what they meant when they said get your head in line with the ball.
No, well, I figured that out afterwards.
Not in the line off the ball.
Yeah. Wasim was, well, I mean, easily. It's an easy question to answer because he's the greatest we've ever seen as far as left-arm seamers are concerned. Yeah. One of the greatest, I think, white ball bowlers ever. Brilliant test match bowler. But he bowled one day in sand shoes at the Basin Reserve in Wellington. His feet started hurting.
Yeah.
So he ran off, took his boots off, put his sand shoes on, and honestly ran 5 metres. Still bowled 145 kilometres per hour and ripped us apart. So he was, look, Wasim.
One of the greatest talents ever.
Absolutely.
In fact, it was like poetry in motion. When you're watching, it was like poetry in motion. They've got a few left-arm pace bowlers today as well, and those that trouble Indians.
They've only picked 2 out of all the many that they have. I think the squad they've got 4.
Have they got 4 in the squad?
And they've got 4 that they didn't pick.
Yeah, they seemed. How does this happen?
They all come up. Aaj mera lefty man kar raha hai, to main lefty karta.
And then they just keep playing left. There's no that thing. But in India, there used to be that thing, right? Back 40 years ago. Sorry, it's a bit of a history lesson, but he's the best person to ask. Like 40, 50 years ago.
Back 40 years.
No, because your history is good. Your history is good. That's why. So it was a compliment.
Yeah.
So you know that historically back in India, it was almost like agar wo ulte haath se likh raha hai. If he's on the left hand, they used to like hit the hand or something and force the person to be right-handed.
No, but even when you had the tablet chairs, it was always on the right-hand side. It was never on the left. If you ate with your left hand, it's a tuck. Eat with your right. So we've got, in Indian cricket, we've got 3 left-handers who play right-handed. Tendulkar, Agarkar, and who's the third I learned just now? Does everything right-handed, but is actually left-handed. Plays cricket right-handed, does everything left-handed.
Plays right-handed, does everything left-handed.
Like Tendulkar did, like Ajit Agarkar did.
Yeah.
Throw me some more Bombay names in recent times. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't
There's just so many right-handers to pick from.
40 years ago, I remember.
It's acceptable now, isn't it? I mean, left-handed, being left-handed has been acceptable for probably the last 30 years, 40 years. Or not, maybe not 40 years, but another sport I love dearly, golf.
Yeah.
You very rarely saw a left-handed golfer.
Phil Mickelson now.
25, 30 years ago. You very rarely. We had one, Bob Charles. So Bob Charles won the Open at Royal Lytham. But after that, very rarely. Now, there are a dime a dozen. There's so many left-handed because it's acceptable.
Do you know the only sport where you're not legally allowed to play left-handed?
Hockey.
Another one.
The only other sport.
The only other sport except hockey.
The only sport that he knows the answer for.
No, the only sport that I had a good piece of trivia about, which is polo. Right? Because you had to both play right, because if one was playing left and one was playing right and your horses approached, you could collide into each other.
So if India played Pakistan at polo with all the left-handers, we would have a chance.
the horses would keep colliding into each other. That's what would happen. But
they're
let's
good,
talk
those-
about the left arm
good,
pacers
those.
and the trouble that the Indian batsmen
Yes.
have had. I think we've got some numbers as well. And we'll pull this out and have a look at him. What's the problem that happens, Simon? Is it purely the angle?
Well, it's the left armers to the right-handers that create the issue, okay? Because what happens is your head starts falling over a little bit too far to the off stump, and so therefore your head gets outside the line of your pad. If I could sort of imagine that's my pad, off stump, and the head gets out this side, so you start falling over and tumbling, and therefore exposed, and this foot gets stuck. And that's why the ball coming back into the right-hander proves so difficult. So for batsmen to basically not have that pre-delivery movement and get just across onto middle and off stump is a key when you're facing left-handers.
But you change the angle of your
shoulders,
stance?
Yeah.
Your
Open your
feet?
shoulders just a little bit more.
Yeah.
And your feet. And make sure that your foot is going only down the line of maybe leg stump or just outside, and use your bat a lot more when the left armer is coming and trying to swing the ball back in. Rohit Sharma gets stuck on regular occasions. Virat Kohli got stuck a little bit against Sam Curran in England as well. So that's the difficulty it poses. And then also with Mohammad Amir, he has the ability to take that one across the right-hander. So therefore you start fishing. You start fishing just outside off stump as well, and that's when he nicks you off. So
the ball that comes in. I mean, Amir did that in the Asia Cup in 2016.
The Champions
he did that in
final
the Champions
as well.
Trophy
He
in
got all three, top
2017.
three.
When it comes back in, it makes it creates a lot of trouble.
And the problem is India has no left-handers in the top order besides Shikhar Dhawan.
No.
You just don't have any.
And Shikhar in England struggled against the ball that was swinging away from him.
Yeah.
So that natural swing will trouble
You must
him
look
later.
to try and hit the ball back from where it came, basically. So don't look to play too square. Really be so strong and diligent about going back down the ground to the left armers when they're swinging the ball back into the right-hander. Pad out of the way and back down the ground. As soon as you start to look here, your head goes this side, you overbalance, and that's what brings the front pad into play.
So real quick, India is going to be bowling first, Simon, for bowlers who have had not a very good day. And it's literally like, I mean, you're looking at like 14, 15 hours ago, right? How do you forget that? How do you shake that off and come when you've got a more formidable opposition?
Yeah, well, Jasprit Bumrah's going to have to lead the way. Didn't play yesterday, was brilliant in England. So if he starts well and leads the way, the others will flow on from that, I think. Hardik Pandya might get an opportunity quite early as well. Bhuvi, I just hope that he's better for yesterday's run. And I think he will be. So those guys are going to have to lead, but it's down to Bumrah for me. If he starts well, the team will get a little bit of a lift from him being back in the side. If Hardik Pandya can pull off a brilliant piece of fielding, something along those lines, just to lift the spirits from the guys that were down and tired yesterday, I think that'll be the key.
You know, there's one thing that's true of all sport. All of us are sitting here, lots of people in India watching this, and everybody's tense. Kya hoga? Don't think the other team is too.
Yeah.
The other team is going out to bat thinking, what if we don't get 280 that our captain has asked us to get?
Yeah, what if our opening partnership we've jinxed it with?
What if someone just nicks one and it's not a no ball from Bumrah? You know, because did you see in England, even his toe wasn't touching the crease. He was bowling from that far behind the crease.
Perfect.
After he lost another wicket to a no ball, he was bowling that far back.
There's no excuse for that.
No.
There is no. I mean, Shardul Thakur yesterday, 3 in the over.
I mean, so they're also
Yeah.
thinking, what if? So don't forget you play to the tension in the other camp as well.
Correct.
True.
So that's why those first few overs where there's tension. If you can nick a couple, then it could alter the game very early.
Good thing that Kedar Jadhav's overs that they got yesterday is a great option now, because you've got, we were talking yesterday about how Jadhav and Pandya are your fifth bowler together. In fact, sorry, we still haven't,
did we get the names?
we got a couple name on
Yeah,
them.
okay.
I just want to tell you, we've got 2 couple names. You've got to play Jadhav and Pandya together. So just like Brangelina, we've got 2 options. One is Jandia
Jandia.
and the other's Pandav. Which one are you going for?
Pandav.
Just saying, guys. Just cut to camera 1. Just quickly. This is the
Are we allowed to take brands?
Win the dance.
I'll tell you what, just hold that pose. I saw that pose. No, little more. I saw that pose from Hardik Pandya, except that they put 2 Harpic bottles on either hand and call it Harpic Dandiya.
Are you serious?
Serious. It's a WhatsApp forward. I didn't
I
make
have
it.
got no money for this. So
I
don't
did
know.
not make it. It came as a WhatsApp forward.
Toilet humor this is.
Anyway.
Toilet humor.
Literally. But Hardik Pandya.
Harpic's it's a toilet cleaner.
Yeah, we have Harpic in New Zealand.
Oh, you do? It's international brand.
Yeah.
They just sponsored our program. But if you can bowl 10 overs,
I
nothing
think
like
we need to
it.
clean the show up
We do.
after Joy last night.
We're naming brands for free. We're flushing money down the toilet.
He needs to bowl 10 overs.
Stop it already.
Well, who's going to bowl?
Are you saying Hardik's got?
First.
Nice. Nice. That's it. We're going to stop now. We're really going to stop.
Let's brush that
No, I
aside.
think
Yeah.
I got that.
Water under the bridge.
No.
Yeah,
Water under the
brush
bridge.
that aside, yeah.
Real quick, are you saying you want 10 overs from Hardik is what you're saying?
That'd be a big plus. Yeah, his bowling has come on a long way.
Yeah.
He's a far better bowler than he was 12
So
months
that's great
ago.
for a captain going in
Far
saying
better bowler.
10. If Hardik's good for 10, Jadhav seems to be good for 10 as well, which
Captain
means
has
I've
a
got an
right-
option of 60 overs actually.
The captain has
You
a
can
right to
50 from.
demand 10 from Hardik and say, over the next 8 months, I want you to give me 10 every single time, because then I can play 6 batsmen, you at 7, and then Bhuvneshwar at 8. Even if Bhuvneshwar is not there, we're still playing 7 batsmen every time, because none of our other bowlers bowl and none of our other batsmen bat.
Yeah, that is
bowl rather.
That is problem. Though Kuldeep Yadav, I feel like has a little bit of potential as a batsman. Could probably actually bat ahead of Bhuvi. That's
In a longer form.
a prediction of a dear friend of mine. Yeah,
Joby.
it's a prediction of a dear friend of mine. He always gets things right. But about that later. Right now, we're going to ask their score predictions. But before that, a joy factor question. Joyda is not here right now, but honestly, he's actually right there. He's the next door away. He's going to be joining us a little later. Probably in Uber presents the Cricbuzz
Combox.
Combox. He may be there as well. But right now, we do have his presence in spirit in the joy factor question. Could we show that on screen, please? And if you could do the honors, Mr. B.
What connects Indian wicketkeeper Rajinder Nath, Stuart Law, Darren Pattinson, and current fast bowling sensation Shaheen Afridi's eldest brother Riaz Afridi?
What?
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, Darren Pattinson was James Pattinson's elder brother who played for England in that one Test match.
England and Durham.
Durham.
I think Darren Pattinson.
Okay, I think I've got an idea. Huh.
Do you think it's something like they all have trapeze as their hobby or something?
Maybe.
And then they got hit and the head got straight and they became good analysts.
Yeah, something has happened. Something else. But anyway, send us your answer. You can tweet it to us with the hashtag CricBuzzLive. And of course, we told you last night that there's big prizes we're giving away. I can't tell you again because contractually I'm obliged to say it only once. If you missed it, I'm really sorry. We have score predictions. Pakistan, of course, batting first. Gentlemen, this is just a guessing game. It's a game. It's a prediction game. Where do you think? Look at them. They've all gone into deep meditative state. Their eyes are
I've
closed.
just been so wrong. I've just been so wrong.
253.
253 from Mr. B. Mr. D.
Yeah, I'm going to go a little bit,
up or down?
a little less, a little down. Not
Yeah.
upper, down.
Nietzsche.
237.
Oh, we're doomed.
237.
Given his prediction form, we're doomed.
253, 237. I'm going for right in the middle. I'm going for 245.
Okay.
I think I'm going to win.
I think I'm going to win.
I think you're going to win.
Nice. The pace bowlers bowled a dusra, certainly. Yeah? Okay, so we're going to go now, but we're going to see you 15th over. The end of 15th over, we have Uber Presents Cricbuzz Combox. So we're going to see you then. And of course, mid-innings, we're going to be sitting here. We have Joy as well. So I don't know if they're feeling friendly. Maybe we could get him to sit on the red table. I don't know. Maybe just get everybody and jump in. So we're going to see you in just a little while. Keep watching Cricbuzz Live. Thank you.